From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, April 10th. It's going to be a gorgeous day, and temperatures continue to climb. It's going to be mostly sunny with the highs in the upper 60s, and even warmer days are in our very near future. Indianapolis police say a man is dead after a West Side shooting. It happened at 10th and King just before 4:30 this morning. Police say they found the man lying in the alley. They say he was pronounced dead at the scene. IMPD has not shared any other information about a suspect or the victim. Police in Noblesville now say a man shot to death at a house last week had gone inside the home with a gun. The department released new details over the weekend about the Thursday shooting on Raccoon Court. Grayson Rue was an 18-year-old from Georgia. Investigators say he went to the house just west of Morse Reservoir, spoke to the people there, left briefly, came back inside with a gun and pointed it at the group. They say one of the people then shot Rue, fatally wounding him. Police say it was not a random incident, but they're not yet commenting on any connections between those involved. They also say they're looking for someone who may have been with Rue. A Sunday shooting in Indianapolis leaves two people critically wounded. It happened at an apartment complex just off Shadeland, north of 75th. Police say they found one victim at the scene and someone else took the other victim to the hospital. Investigators haven't released any information about who fired the shots, the names of the wounded, or what led up to it. A wood-burning stove may have been what caused a massive weekend fire that destroyed a family's pole barn. The fire broke out just after 4 yesterday morning at a property on South Franklin Road, just south of Southport Road on the southeast side. IFD tweeted out a bunch of pictures along with the possible cause a few hours later. Fire officials say it took about 20 minutes to knock the flames down and about 2 more hours to extinguish any hot spots. The pole barn is a total loss. No one was hurt. The nation's top health official is slamming a judge's decision to stop federal approval of a common abortion medication. It's a story we followed since last week. We're told it could go into effect on Friday. So far, the decision is delayed while federal officials file an appeal. The Secretary of Health and Human Services, Javier Becerra, is criticizing the ruling on abortion medication. He vows that the Biden administration will continue to fight so that women can access mifepristone.
This is not America. What you saw by that one judge in that one court in that one state, that's not America. America goes by the evidence. America does what's fair. America does what is transparent, and we can show that what we do is for the right reasons. That's not America.
According to the FDA, millions of women around the world use the medication. There have been 5 deaths associated for every 1 million people who use it. The agency says the risk of death from taking penicillin is 4 times greater. However, the federal judge in Texas argued the FDA had entirely failed to consider the psychological effects of the drug. One of 2 expelled lawmakers in Tennessee could get his job back. House Republicans kicked out Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson last week in a political battle over a gun protest. By law, county councils will choose the replacement. And in the case of Jones, that task falls to the Nashville Metro Council. The panel votes today and is poised to name Jones as his own replacement. The Shelby County Commission will fill Pearson's post. That panel is set to vote Wednesday, though it's not yet clear if Pearson will also win reappointment. The United States Auto Club is sending out its deepest condolences to the family and friends of Justin Owen, a seasoned driver who died after a crash at the Lawrenceburg Speedway Saturday. USAC tweeted out the message this weekend, also noting 26-year-old Justin Owen's successful decade behind the wheel. Owen crashed during a qualifying run at the Speedway Saturday night. His car made contact with the outside wall and flipped multiple times. Officials canceled the remainder of the event shortly after. A high-profile Congressional Democrat is calling for the impeachment of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. It follows reports Thomas and his wife went on several luxury vacations paid for by a Republican megadonor. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called the trips a serious problem. She says it's the House's responsibility to investigate.
We need to hold our systems accountable, and I do not believe that we should be refusing to do that for political reasons, I believe that we should pursue the course. And if it is Republicans that decide to protect those who are breaking the law, then they are the ones who then are responsible for that decision. But we should not be complicit in that.
Thomas says he didn't disclose the trips because colleagues told him he didn't have to. And the new week brings news of a celebrity breakup. Several reports say Taylor Swift and actor Joe Alwyn have split after 6 years together. Alwyn has writing credits on a number of songs from Swift's Folklore and Evermore albums under the pen name William Bowery. A first-time winner is walking away with this year's green jacket after a final round of the Masters. Augusta National Golf Club paid host to yesterday's final round. Brooks Koepka entered the day with the two-stroke lead over Jon Rahm. However, Koepka shoots 3 over, finishing tied for second with Phil Mickelson. The day belonged to Rahm, who finished the day ahead by 4 strokes for the win. The victory is Rahm's second career major title. And to business headlines, first quarter earnings season gets underway in earnest this week with big banks reporting results on Friday. The banks will update on their business after the fall of Silicon Valley Bank in March. The latest read on consumer inflation is out Wednesday. Home buyers benefited from another week of falling mortgage rates, with the average rate dropping for the 4th week in a row. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.28 last week, down from 6.32 the week before. A year ago, the mortgage rate was 4.75%. ExxonMobil is eyeing a potential mega deal with shale driller pioneer Natural Resources. The Wall Street Journal reports the oil and gas giant has held informal early-stage talks to buy the $49 billion company. Tesla is opening a factory in Shanghai capable of producing 10,000 Megapack energy products per year. The Megapack lithium-ion battery units are cheaper to produce, lowering the cost of electric cars. Google says the top search for summer destination is London. Cancun and Orlando round out the top 3. People are feeding their need for summer travel too, with Google reporting that Jamaica, Bora Bora, and Turks and Caicos are popular for warm weather destinations. In Pacers Watch, a season filled with both fun and frustration ends with a win. The Pacers played the Knicks in New York Sunday, final day in the rookie campaign of breakout star Ben Mathurin. Veteran and local favorite George Hill fired up the team with half-court heave. Mathurin led the way with 26. Final was 141-136. Season record was 35-47. The Pacers hold one of the 14 lottery slots in the upcoming draft. We'll find out which pick they'll get Tuesday, May 16th. And the Pacers would love to repeat the feat of the Fever, who have the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft happening today. And there's a draft party at Gainbridge Fieldhouse open to fans. Heading into the draft, the Fever own 5 of the 36 draft picks, including the first overall. The Fever's general manager, Lynn Dunn, has indicated interest in South Carolina star Aaliyah Boston. She's been the consensus number 1 draft pick all season. Dunn says she's watched Boston closely this year, and her size, knowledge, character, and leadership set her apart. Dunn says Boston brings a lot to the table, regardless of when she's picked. The draft starts at 7, with the Fever draft party starting an hour earlier at 6. Fans will be able to meet some of the players, including guard Kelsey Mitchell and forward Queen Egbo. Both will be available for autographs and pictures. Fans can also check out the Family Fun Zone or hang out on the court between draft picks. Food and drinks will also be available. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.